If you're lucky, you'll die. Let me explain. If you're lucky, as everyone always wishes, God, take me in my sleep. Take me without pain. Give me a quick death. Because that's the most painless way. You don't feel any pain when you're gone. It's those loved ones that are left who feel the pain. If you're lucky to have loved ones. But if you're lucky, you die quickly. The option, the alternative, an elongated, painful sickness of all kinds, confined to a hospital, confined to dialysis centers, confined to nursing homes, confined to hospice, all kinds of unpleasant things that, believe you me, you do not want. Why am I mentioning this to you? I'm mentioning this to you to remind you that you don't know what's around the bend. Life's calamities, physical illnesses, do not come with a warning. One day you wake up and there's a pain on your side. I'm not trying to paint a gloomy picture, but I'm only trying to remind you of realities of life. All those people who are suddenly given bad news. You think they had the warning? No, it all comes all of a sudden. And then you realize it's too late. So live your best life now. Like I've said before, in so many different ways and so many different times, using so many different examples. Don't save your nice clothes for someday when there's a special occasion. Wear them now. Don't save your jewelry. Don't save your, anything that you're saving for some special day. I remember when I was a kid, we went to one of our relatives' house with my mother, and these people, how do you have these cabinets with a glass door where you put beautiful things behind it, and she had this beautiful china bowl, and my mother or somebody asked, when do you use that? She goes, oh, I only bring it out if there's a special occasion, if there's a special party or wedding or something someday. It's a very valuable, nice bowl. She got sick and died a couple years later. That bowl was only collecting dust. These are facts of life. Live your best life now. This also ties into the argument of collecting your Social Security benefits, collecting your government pension benefits, wherever you're living, at the first opportunity. There are so many reasons to do it, but I'll give you a couple. Number one, if you wait, let's say 5 years to get a few $100 more, you're leaving all those monies that you would have collected in those 5 years, in those 60 months. You're leaving all that money on the table that you could have collected, and even if you don't need it, invested in the hope of getting a few $100 more later. And then how do you know what's going to be the situation 5 years from now? How do you know if you're going to have the energy? How do you know if you're going to be healthy? I'm not saying be careless and spend all your money tonight and then be in poverty tomorrow. I'm saying realize that our time is short and it's unpredictable and life is fragile. Live your best life now. Don't wait until some magical date in the future on the calendar, which is called someday. The someday we all hope to have is now. A person that wakes up in the morning with a pain, heart attack, and dies had plans for the following day, for the following night, for the following week. Maybe they had even bought a plane ticket or made reservations at a hotel to go somewhere, 6 months from now. None of us knows what's around the corner. None of us. So the best remedy, the wisest move, is to live your best life now. Don't postpone joy. Don't postpone things that bring pleasure to your life, that quicken your pulse, that make your heart sing. Do it now. If you want that car, go and buy it. Enjoy it. If you want that suit, If you want to go eat that at that particular restaurant, do it now. You don't have to do it every day, but do it now so that it's out of your system. The worst place that we can end up, the worst place we're going to be, that you don't want to be, is a bitter old person. Have you ever come across one of those who never had the courage to do the things that they wanted to do in life? So they're bitter and angry and frustrated and they can't quite put their finger on it. Why is it that they're so mad at the world, at everybody? They're frustrated. You can see it in every inch of their face that they're unhappy, they're frustrated. They've got this deep-seated anger inside and they can't know why. Well, it's because they never had the courage to take a chance. They never had the courage to open that business, to take that trip, to go eat at that restaurant, to go wear that $3,000, $5,000 suit. Whatever it is that you want, I don't care. Game side seat, whatever. Whatever it is that matters to you. Whatever it is that matters to you and brings a smile, a deep contentment smile to your face. Do that thing. Do that thing and you see how a weight is lifted off your shoulder. A weight of bitterness. A weight of, what if I had tried? What if I had tried? It's like you like a woman, and I'm using an example of a woman because I'm a man and I can relate to it. But if you're a woman, it's the same way. It's a lot of us guys see a woman that we like for reasons that are private to us. Another guy might see the same woman and say, what do you see in her? It doesn't matter. It's what you see in her that counts. And we would love to see our chances with her, but we don't have the courage to go and approach her and ask her out or talk to her. And the wise answer is go and approach her. The worst thing is she's gonna say no, so you'll be exactly where you were before you asked. But if you don't ask, if you don't have the courage to ask, if you don't have the courage to take that chance, to open that business, to go on that trip, to buy that car, to say that thing to that boss, whatever it is, if you don't have the courage to do that, and then you'll never know what the answer would have been, that is the worst place to be in life. That would be that Bill Cooper in accounting, who is always angry and bitter at the world because he never had the courage to do what he wanted to do. He never lived. He died long before they buried him. These sayings are really true. We all know people that just exist. My sister has a friend who's worked all his life at this government job. And by average standards, he makes a good living. And he's got a pension for life when he retires, my sister told me, in about 4 or 5 years from now. But this man is a classic example of someone who has not lived one day in his life. He got married late, and he's one of those pushover guys that is a slave to his wife. And now he does whatever his wife wants. He won't pee without his wife approving it. And my question is, okay, so you got your house and you got your pension, but tell me, what have you done in your life? What would have been different if you were penniless? Okay, you wouldn't have this big 5-bedroom house, but you would have had a smaller apartment or whatever. What quality of life have you had? What have you done? Where have you gone? What have you seen? Show me, tell me how you have lived. Tell me how much you've lived. Not in the terms of minutes and days and months and weeks and years and decades, but in actual life of adventure. The answer would be a long, blank pause with head tilting down. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. All the best.